there's a way to make an entrance.
This is my destiny.
It was now a conspiracy of witches.
Download Veely today.
This is Angus, my 12-year-old, and I'll need to explain why my precious child is sitting here in the middle of Mongolia, battered and bruised, and having the time of his life. The previous year, we'd taken our boys on a holiday to Mongolia.
Whoa, look at that sand!
And they couldn't get enough of it. To country boys like them, it was absolute paradise, complete with marmots. And best of all was the annual Naadam festival. That really clinched it for Angus.
I saw children my age racing each other, and I thought I could do that. I'd love to come back and do it.
When we got home to Australia from last year's trip, Angus kept saying, "I've got to go back. I've got to start training." And he had it in his mind that he needed to ride a lot and as fast as possible. Every day after school, he'd ride 22 kilometers home. Benjamin, madly scrambling to help.
I'm Angus's gate opener and personal trainer. We're all doing what we can to help. Oh. I must have ridden 1,000 kilometers, and I've run a lot. I'm making my stomach muscles strong so I can ride better and not fall off. You've got to be tough to ride in it.
We're back in Mongolia for the second year running. Back in the least crowded country on earth. There's less than 3 million people in this whole vast land. We're 1,000 kilometres ahead of us, and a boy full of anticipation. With us is our guide Zaya and her son Tinder.
What's that say?
And with us too, in a very real sense, because he looms so large everywhere here, is Genghis Khan, the 12th century country boy who conquered half the world by horse, ruled the largest land empire the world has ever known.
Well, here we are back at Hatkal, which is on the Lake Kuvskol, where we were 1 year ago.
This year's Naadam Festival horse race is only 9 days away, and I've got to find someone to train me. All the local children are already training madly, and hopefully there's someone out there willing to take me on and let me use their horses.
There's 2 families and they've got some horses. We're going to see which horses are better. And yeah.
We're heading first to maybe our best bet, a well-respected trainer called Ulji. but he isn't here. He's been gone for days looking for some lost horses.
His helper is here. Dale's 13. He was a jockey, but he got a bit too big and heavy, so he's just announced his retirement. He'd been a champion jockey, winning heaps of medals for Ujay.
Darley's father died last year and his mother lives really far away, so he spends all his summers here helping Olgi, and he's become really part of the family.
We're heading for the other possible family, one we know from last year. At least they're all here.
Their son here retired as a jockey 4 years ago. Their daughter broke her leg in last year's race, so she's been scratched from this year's race, in case she breaks it again.
You don't have to decide right now, but we need to decide by tonight, because then you can start training with your farm.
Well, they are short a jockey, and they've been asking me all these questions, like whether I'd feel comfortable riding at 60 kilometers an hour.
So can you manage that?
Yeah.
I've got to show them I am comfortable.
You're here, you're doing it, Angus. Like, you're gonna follow them. Follow them, Angus. It's the Mongolian way. It's just happening as it happens. Just follow the road. Just follow them, honey. Go. He thinks he's supposed to be following the little boy. I think. They're meant to be following the road, I think. Angus is out there. You see the white. How did you feel? They say you've got talent. How was the horse? Man of many words. He said the horse is good, but it didn't go fast enough. Gets me a bit nervy. Can I give you a hug now? No, how embarrassing. Too big and brave.
Well, the horses were good, but I'm just not sure if they had won a lot. So we kept on going back to the other family. Kept on going back. And they just weren't there.
What's happening?
So we've come out here for the third time.
No, the fourth time.
Fourth time.
Fourth time.
If they're not here tomorrow morning, I think we'll go back to the other family and we'll use
Start
their horses. Yep.
They had so many medals on the wall, so their horses seemed to be pretty good. They must be pretty good if they won all those medals.
Well, here we are. We've come again to see the man who isn't there. And he isn't there again today. But his waiting room's filling up, so he may be close.
Your ice skating.
And brightening up today is Nimhe. He's Olgi's nephew, and he's going to be one of Olgi's jockeys this year.
What is he?
Nimhe's 10, but he looks about 8.
No knuckle bones?
He looks like a nice person. And this is his first year as a jockey, like me.
They're just checking you out. I think they're sizing you up.
And who is this guy? That's the guy that wants to ride? Or is it the other guy?
So I guess we should wait here.
Okay.
Angus could start with the other family any time, but he just doesn't want to give up on meeting Olgi. He's got this feeling that Olgi's the right man, and that this is the right place. He's found the horses, and he's coming. He should be a happy man. just been spending the last 4 days looking for his horses, and he's just come straight in. Hasn't taken a stop or a break, not even a cup of tea, and is straight into the training.
They're singing to their horses. Before they race or train, they sing to their horses to psych them up. And I've got to learn as well.
I must say, there's something about this man that I think this is where we should be.
Oh, well, I think this family is better because they sort of look after their horses better. And, yeah, so...
Today's my first full day at Ujay's, and it won't be all horse training. Ujay has about 30 yaks to be rounded up for milking. He has about 3,000 marmots, who basically look after themselves. He has about 50 horses. Some have foals that need to be separated, so the mothers can be milked. And he has other horses that need breaking in. It's really fun being here because they include you in everything. They want you to help.
Tomorrow they have a training race. He's very excited, so I think that's it for today. It's the night before the first trial race, and there's a bit of tenseness in the air.
And then she said, you have to be always careful when you start from the start.
Zai is telling Angus a lot about how it's going to be, really rough and rugged. And they're possibly going to say things to him, and they might try and unseat him from his horse, and they might block him, and they might jostle him. And at the beginning, it gets quite frantic.
So I go really fast at the start, and then in the middle I sort of slow down when I get into 5.
And so it's really important that he stays to the outside so that he doesn't get caught in all the confusion. So this is Angus's first trial race day. His first chance to test himself against the local children. They're heading to the staging area, for this is the first of 3 trial race days, leading up to the big Naadam festival race, a week from now.
So Angus, basically what he wants from the horses today is to have a big race, like really go for it. When you see the other boys, you know, getting into it, go on and get into it, so go ahead and push it, don't hold back.
Uj wants all his horses raced full speed today to gauge their fitness. So even Dale is coming out of retirement, and he'll be in the first race.
By ebb and flow between, oh, it's not so bad, they're only small horses, they're all children, so it must be okay. And the next thing, there's really good riders like Darley that come off. And then you see 5 children come off in the first big training race. And the ground is actually incredibly difficult because it's so undulating. There's so many dips, and there's marble holes, and there's rocks, and the terrain is really unpredictable. He got stepped on. A horse bucked him off, and then he got stepped on by a horse behind him.
Mommy, was he crying?
Yes. And you know, riding is a dangerous sport at the best of times. And because it was Angus that had the idea and the motivation, we felt that we couldn't deny him.
Can you see him?
And the more we thought about it, we thought, well, you have to take risks in life.
Oh, they're getting excited now.
And if this is what he wants to do, we needed to support him to do that.
Oh, bucking. Is someone off already? No. Someone's gone in the wrong direction. Can you see him, honey? Yep. Okay.
He's doing well. He's coming in towards the front. This should build his confidence. Make him feel I can do this.
Were you shouting like Ulji said?
Yes, I was shouting as loud as I could.
Very loudly.
Yeah, I was shouting as loud as I could.
That's fine, don't worry.
Ulji's obviously feeling confident in Angus's abilities. So he's wanting to offer him the chance to ride a variety of ages of horses to see which best suits him. But, unfortunately, there's been a promise to Nimhe to ride the best little 3-year-old, and he's quite distressed that this foreign boy is getting the chance to ride the horse he's been promised.
He didn't want me to ride because he liked it a lot.
What do you think, Angus? Don't you think, Angus?
No, he can ride it. And so I decided that he may as well have it because he must really want it if he cries for it, because not a lot of Mongolians cry.
It's been a good first day for Angus. He got the chance to race 3 different horses, and he's winning their respect as a rider, and I think also as a person, by doing the honourable thing and handing over the reins of the horse Nimhe so badly wanted to ride. Yes, it's been good.
You're so good.
So out come the sweat blankets, which apparently are another way of getting the horses fit and cleansing out their system and making them sweat. And it looks like they're going to ride with them on.
He's pretty tough, this guy. Getting the buck out, just in case he might buck a bit. And they're pretty tough on their horses, but it seems to work.
They're now calling Angus Chinggis, which is quite an honour because Chinggis is Genghis Khan in Mongolian. They can see his determination and how keen he is.
Being called one of their heroes is pretty good.
Pull the tie of the stirrup.
I can't. What do you mean?
That's funny.
He seems to be metamorphosizing into a Mongol. Might not be able to take him home.
Duru is means stirrup, okay?
Duru ni hozba. Duru
Duru is the stirrup.
ni hozba.
Duru ni halba is like.
Chinggis marinda mart.
Get on saddle.
Yugti.
Marinda.
Mart. Marinda
Mo.
Mart. Good.
Okay.
Okay, background.
Checking their sweat, he can identify about 20 kinds of sweat. Basically, the clearer it is, the fitter and faster the horse. Using his sweat stick and by observing each horse's manure, Ulji knows exactly where each horse is at, how much preparation each still needs, how much grass each needs, and what kind of grass.
Heavy and lazy.
But which has the more nutrients?
Grains are scarce, so they're the ultimate grass experts.
When
Ulji knows his horses need this high nutrient grass, he'll take his horses overnight to where it's most abundant, under the evergreen trees in the forest, and he'll sleep there as they graze.
Now 2 winners.
Today's the second training race day. It's a bigger, more formal one. There'll be more horses, more hazards, more chance of things going wrong.
And because of the numbers of horses, you don't want to get pushed onto the road. Because you could harm your horse.
So he wants me to ride on the right side.
Just until the turn, and then on the turn you want to get to the left side. And then that's the home stretch.
Urje's honoured Angus by giving him his prize horse to ride. It's his biggest, fastest horse. His very powerful stallion.
a little bit unclear where the start's going to be. We were trying to make it to the start. We finally make it to the start, and they go, and it's back so fast. So we didn't even see it happen.
Do you have any wet cloth? Do you have some water?
Get your breath, and then you'll remember what happened.
Angus was out on the lead, and then next thing we know, then the horse stumbled as well, and he went over the top.
Catch your breath, deep breath, deep
Yes.
breath.
Or a marmot hole.
Or it could have been a marmot hole, it's Benjamin's suggestion. Just kind of curled up and they just jumped over the top of him, so that would have been a bit traumatic for him.
Let's get up. Come on.
I just hope Angus can keep going. It hurts pretty much to fall off.
Oh, honey, very disappointing. It's very disappointing. But what he really needs is a chance to get back on his horse and do it again.
This has been a real wake-up call for us, because it shows how savage these races can be.
It's not such a bad thing to happen, though. Sometimes, if you don't have a big buster, you're not super aware of everything. Whereas once you are, then it's kind of like, oh, I got to be a little bit more aware of the dips, aware of my horse, aware of everything.
Anyway, we can't stop him. He looks as though he has a sore wrist, but he's determined to keep on going.
I must have done something to my wrist. It hurts a lot. But I've come all this way and I'm not going to stop. I've got to take the chance it could happen again. I could have another fall. I'm going to keep on going, because nothing's going to stop me. There's another race today. It's 15 kilometers, but I've got to do it. Got to keep on training.
Just see how you go, big guy. If you can't do it, you can't.
Maybe if you need to hold on to the wood.
I think his wrist is hurting quite a bit. I could see him wincing and crying and screaming out.
I was crying.
Guy, that's all right. You're under a lot of pain. It's been a huge day for you, big guy. I think you've done a fantastic job. We're very proud of you, big guy.
That's where the sweeter grass is.
Angus's wrist's really painful now.
That hurts.
And the local nurse doesn't know if it's broken or cracked. But we need to know, and we need to know what to do about it. So we're driving 3 hours to the nearest hospital to get it x-rayed.
Zai, is it broken?
No, it doesn't look as though it is broken.
Yes.
That's not supposed to be joined there, is it?
No, hug. Squeeze.
Squeeze. No, squeeze his fingers, squeeze his fingers.
Put his fingers strongly.
The doctor says there might be a crack, but the good news is if he straps it up, he can still race.
But you'll be right, big fella, you'll be right.
So we have a very relieved boy with his dream intact.
What's he supposed to do?
I think it's just sinking in how little healing time he has.
Oh, this is gonna burn. What does it do then?
The big race is only 3 days away, and you need strong wrists just to hold on.
Why not?
Seriously, honey.
What do you want to get for job?
You asked
I've
Michael,
been training.
you can't lose your fitness in 1 day.
I know, but I've been training every day since I...
He's missed today's training, and he also knows it's this year or never.
I hate having...
Next year, he'll be too big to race.
Today's the last trial race day before the big Naadam festival races, 2 days away. And I think it's make or break day for Angus. He's got 30 kilometres of racing today.
We'll check
And
today.
we're all hoping his wrist stands up to it.
Okay? You're strong. Trust yourself. Far out.
Good boy. Pass the pack. Good boy. Come on. Come on. Good horse, this little horse. Good job, well done. Don't hold it up. Yeah, see, they've overtaken him. See, his horse just didn't have that last bit of pop. Yeah, no, you rode it fine, honey.
No, but its head keeps on turning to the left.
Yeah.
It keeps on trying to go on the other side.
He tripped and you sat beautifully. I saw that trip and it took my heart in my throat, but you rode it right through it.
My wrist still hurts. It's holding me back a bit, but I want to keep on going today.
Shouting like a banshee. I don't know if he's turning into an American Indian or a Mongolian.
It seems like his wrist is holding up okay.
I'm pretty sure I came fifth.
As much as we'd hoped that he'd get through this unharmed, the fact that he's been injured, yet he's riding through it, has, I think, earned their respect.
Well, it's really important because I whip with my right hand and...
They're saying to us that that's what Mongolian children do.
They
ride with broken arms,
I must
and
have
they ride
fallen on
with
it.
trauma, and they ride after they've fallen off, and he's just like one of them. He's become a real Mongol.
Ujay and his boys are ready, I think. Tomorrow's the big race day, and they're off to check out the course.
of the Naadam festival, and every man and his dogs are arriving with mobile homes or staying with friends or relatives, Mongolia's biggest annual event is getting underway. And tomorrow's the day Angus has been preparing for all year, the day he gets to ride in the big festival races. There's a beautiful ceremony which must be related to the shaman beliefs, and they burn juniper and they circle around, making the smoke go on to whatever it is that they're blessing. And the idea is that it creates a positive circle around the horse and the child and the equipment, and that all negativity is kept out.
There are probably lots of other children, as nervous as me and Nimhe.
And all over the valley, in little towns, in little provinces, there are hundreds of children getting ready, getting their costumes on, getting their numbers on, having the anticipation of today's the big day, getting their horses blessed. Today's going to be the big race day.
First up is Nimhe, hoping to be number 1 in the 25-kilometer stallion race. Famous Naadam Festival, one of the world's oldest sporting events, celebrating Mongolia's 3 most loved sports: horse racing, archery, and wrestling.
And Darley, retired champion jockey, is switching horses to wrestling. He wants to be a wrestling champion, and he's wrestling everyone in sight.
Well, now I'm on in the 10-kilometer race for 2-year-old horses.
2-year-olds are known to be unpredictable, erratic,
chaotic little animals. And this little thing that we've seen bucking and jumping and being extremely naughty and out of control.
Hopefully Dale can take the buck out of him a bit.
One of the cousins is meant to be riding it, but she's decided she's not going to have a bar of this little horse because it's so wild, and so she's backed out. And Angus has immediately raised his hand to say he'd be more than happy to ride this 2-year-old.
Looks as though he's ready to go.
I've never ridden it before. I've never sat on it before.
Tight reins, tight reins.
But the little girl that was going to ride it was too scared to ride it, so they were letting me ride it.
The most important thing for Claire and I is for him just to stay on the horse. We don't want to see another accident. He wants to come in the first 10, but for us, it's just about finishing the race.
Of course, if he had the opportunity to win, he would want to win. But he realizes the best part is actually being here, and amongst all these beautiful, wonderful Mongolian children in this wild, rugged country and participating, that he's in amongst it with them all, with the best of them. And they're very proud that someone would want to share with them what's important to them.
They're racing.
At the very beginning, there was a little boy's horse who was out of control, and he pushed Angus right out to the side.
Then he let that horse go away, and actually that horse kept on going up the hill. So Angus was able to catch up quite a bit of ground.
And then he was sort of back in the front of the beginning group. But then just on this last stretch, there was a girl's horse that reared and leapt right in front of him, and Angus's horse kind of veered to the right, and then he managed to stay on and keep going. Because he comes in the first 10, he got a $10 prize money, 10,000 turg. And a great boost to the ego.
This is my biggest race, coming up. The 15-kilometer race for 5-year-old horses. I'm a bit nervous. It's my last race and my biggest and longest one. And I want to do really well.
That's the vet in the blue scarf, but she's just said, come up and have your teeth checked, and then we'll get going. Good guy, Angus. Go on.
5-year-old horses have a very special status here, so it's a bit of a privilege for Angus to be able to ride a 5-year-old in such a special race. It's 15 kilometres. We'll see how he goes.
Go like the Dickens little boy. Get up there. Come on, little brown horse. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. done it. Beautiful, honey. Absolutely beautiful. Well done.
I've done it and finished well, I think.
Mommy, why are you crying?
I'm just so proud of him, honey. So proud of him.
Everyone wants to get the sweat off my 5-year-old horse and rub it on their head, because it's meant to bring good luck for the next year.
Did you touch him? Did you get the sweat on you?
No.
Oh, well, come on. It's good luck.
Come boy.
Hey.
Good job, boy. Good job.
Oh!
Good luck.
Oh, here comes your luck.
Do you feel like a celebrity?
Happy, your dream comes true. You done a good job. You did.
Oh, this must be the victory parade.
Хүрэн хээр азрах урвалж хатгал тосхны уяач боргийн лавгийн хээр азрах дөрвөлж хатгал тосхны уяач сумын алдар туяас нар мандахын хүрэн азрах айрагдсан билээ. За
Тэр үлээс одоо тусгай шагнал гардуулж байгаа. Эд бол нэг галын хүүхдүүд юм байна. Ингээд энэ хүүхдийн шагналыг гардуулнаа.
Nimmer came second and won a carpet. Dalad leaps and bounds in his new wrestling career. And I came in the first 10, won a medal, and got to drink fermented mare's milk, and became the first foreign boy ever to race. Best of all, I was here. My dream had come true. Well, I felt that I had come a long way, and that I'd done really well. And I did the best of my capability and the best of my horse's capability.
He'd not only accomplished his dream and his goal, he'd grown as a person. And these people had become a part of our lives. When I left home, I had great faith in him. But my admiration for him grew, and I just came away thinking, I'll never have to worry about this child again. Whatever's put in his way, whatever barriers come his way, he'll find a way of getting there. He'll find the strength within himself. Ulji has decided to give each of our boys one of his foals. So they'll each have a foal in Ulji's herd for the rest of their lives.
One day, these foals will have foals of their own, so our families will always be linked. And we'll never forget that special summer. I had the honor to become a little bit Mongolian.